Navigating the complex world of modern dating can often feel like trying to decode a hidden language, especially when a man is harboring deep romantic feelings but is too afraid of rejection to speak his mind. When a man secretly hopes you will choose him over everyone else, his behavior undergoes a subtle yet profound transformation. He won't always confess his feelings outright with grand gestures or dramatic declarations. Instead, his desires manifest in a series of consistent, deliberate, and emotionally charged behaviors designed to set him apart from the crowd. He quietly begins to build an unbreakable foundation of trust, reliability, and emotional intimacy, positioning himself as the one irreplaceable constant in your life. This hidden longing is rooted in the burning hope that you will naturally recognize his devotion, look past your other romantic options, and realize that the ideal partner has been standing right in front of you all along. He becomes your fiercest protector, your most attentive listener, and the one person who remembers the tiniest details about your day, all while masking his vulnerability behind the guise of a supportive friend or confidant. Every lingering glance, every instantly replied text message, and every orchestrated moment of privacy is a silent plea for your exclusive affection. Understanding these underlying psychological cues is essential for recognizing his true intentions. By learning to read between the lines of his subconscious body language, his mild protectiveness, and his constant availability, you can see past his guarded exterior. The following 15 definitive signs offer a comprehensive blueprint to decoding his actions, helping you identify whether he is silently, patiently, and desperately waiting for the moment you finally choose him over everyone else. 1. He makes himself available at a moment's notice. A man who secretly hopes to be your ultimate choice will prioritize you above everything else in his schedule. Whenever you call, text, or drop a hint that you want to hang out, he magically manages to free up his time. He will readily cancel existing plans with his friends, rearrange his busy work calendar, or postpone his personal hobbies just to be by your side. This extreme responsiveness is his way of subtly demonstrating that you are his absolute top priority. He wants to prove to you that he is consistently reliable, dependable, and always present whenever you need him. By making himself instantly available, he is non-verbally communicating that nobody else matters as much as you do, hoping you will recognize his dedication and eventually choose him over anyone else. 2. He subtly highlights his single status around you. He will make a conscious effort to drop frequent, casual reminders into your conversations that he is completely single and looking for a meaningful relationship. He might joke about his lonely weekends, complain playfully about being a bachelor, or explicitly mention that he hasn't found the right person yet. He does this intentionally to ensure you know he is fully available and that there are no competitive romantic attachments holding him back. Furthermore, he is trying to gauge your reaction and drop a clear hint that the position of his partner is wide open for you to fill. By consistently emphasizing his singlehood, he is planting the seed in your mind that he is the perfect candidate, hoping you will look at him as a viable romantic option instead of just a friend. 3. He pays intense, undivided attention to your stories. When you speak, you become the absolute center of his universe, and the rest of the world completely fades away. He will put his phone face down, ignore surrounding distractions, and lock his eyes onto yours with genuine fascination. He doesn't just casually listen to your words. He actively absorbs your tone, your expressions, and the emotions behind what you are saying. He nods along enthusiastically, asks insightful follow-up questions, and validates your feelings, making you feel incredibly heard and deeply valued. This level of intense focus is rare, and he uses it to show that your thoughts mean more to him than anyone else's. He wants to establish a profound emotional connection, proving that he is the one man who truly understands and appreciates your inner world. 4. He remembers the tiniest details you mention. His memory becomes sharp and flawless when it comes to anything related to you, no matter how insignificant it might seem to others. He will effortlessly recall your favorite childhood pet's name, a random coffee order you mentioned weeks ago, or a specific date you dread at work. When he brings these tiny details up later, it surprises you and shows just how deeply he cares about your life. This happens because his brain naturally treats every piece of information about you as incredibly valuable data. He uses this knowledge to surprise you with thoughtful gestures, like buying your favorite snack when you're sad. By remembering everything, he is quietly showing you that you are constantly on his mind, proving he pays closer attention to you than any other guy would. 5. He gently discourages or questions other romantic options. Whenever you bring up another man or mention going on a date, his demeanor will noticeably shift into a protective or critical mode. He won't be openly aggressive, but he will subtly question the guy's intentions, point out red flags, or jokingly highlight flaws in your other suitors. He might mask this protectiveness as friendly advice or brotherly concern, claiming he just wants the absolute best for you and doesn't want to see you get hurt. In reality, he is trying to gently eliminate his competition and tilt the scales in his own favor. By highlighting the shortcomings of other men, he hopes to make them look less attractive in your eyes, gradually guiding you to realize that the ideal partner has been standing right in front of you all along. 6. He uses open subconscious body language. Whenever you enter the room, his entire physical stance shifts to welcome you, often without him even realizing it. He will instinctively lean his body closer to yours when you speak, tilt his head in deep engagement, and mirror your physical gestures to create a silent, powerful bond. His feet and torso will consistently point directly toward you, signaling that you have his complete and absolute focus. You will notice his pupils dilate, and he will maintain intense, prolonged eye contact that feels deeply magnetic. He might nervously smooth his hair, adjust his clothes, or fidget slightly because your presence makes his heart race. This raw, unfiltered body language is a direct reflection of his inner desires, revealing a powerful, subconscious pull that proves he is desperately longing for you to choose him over everyone else. 7. He goes out of his way to protect and support you. He naturally steps into the role of your ultimate guardian and biggest supporter, consistently looking out for your physical and emotional well-being. If you are walking down a busy street, he will instinctively position himself on the traffic side to keep you safe from harm. If you are facing a difficult challenge at work or dealing with personal stress, he is immediately there to offer practical help, a shoulder to cry on, or a listening ear. He defends your name fiercely if anyone speaks poorly of you, ensuring you always feel backed up and secure. This fierce protectiveness isn't about control. It is his way of showing you that he is a safe harbor. He wants to prove that he can provide the ultimate emotional security, hoping you realize no one else will care for you quite like him. 8. He frequently brings up shared inside jokes and memories. He acts as the keeper of your unique history, constantly reviving special moments, funny mishaps, and private jokes that belong exclusively to the two of you. By bringing up these nostalgic memories during casual conversations, he creates a comforting, invisible wall around your relationship that excludes the rest of the world. He loves making you laugh by referencing a funny phrase from months ago, instantly re-establishing that deep, familiar comfort zone you share. This behavior is a deliberate strategy to reinforce the emotional intimacy you have built together. He wants to keep those positive feelings fresh in your mind, subtly reminding you of how incredibly happy and connected you feel when you are with him. He is trying to show you that your bond is completely irreplaceable. 9. He tries to showcase his best traits and achievements. When you are around, he naturally puts his best foot forward, subtly shifting the conversation to highlight his accomplishments, career progress, or personal growth. He might casually mention a recent promotion at work, talk about a new skill he is mastering, or display his cooking talents and emotional maturity. This isn't empty bragging. It is a subconscious courtship display driven by a deep desire to impress you. He wants you to see him as a highly capable, successful, and reliable man who can build a secure and stable future. By presenting his absolute best self, he is trying to stand out from the crowd and prove his worthiness, hoping you will look at his life, recognize his immense value, and decide he is the perfect partner for you. 10. He shows subtle signs of jealousy when other men are mentioned. The moment you mention another guy's name, compliment a male co-worker, or talk about a fun interaction with a stranger, his mood will subtly shift. You might notice his smile momentarily fade, his jaw tighten, or his tone become slightly quieter and more distant. He might try to abruptly change the subject or ask overly casual questions about who the guy is, attempting to mask his sudden discomfort. This mild jealousy is a clear giveaway that he views other men as a direct threat to his chances with you. He hates the idea of anyone else winning your attention, affection, or time. His emotional reaction reveals just how deeply invested he is in you, exposing his secret, burning hope that he will be the only man you truly care about. 11. He frequently initiates casual, respectful physical touch. He constantly looks for small, socially acceptable ways to break the touch barrier and establish a physical connection with you. He might gently guide you through a crowded room by placing a hand on the small of your back, give you long, meaningful hugs when greeting you, or playfully brush his shoulder against yours while walking, you will notice him lingering a bit longer when linting your jacket or touching your hand while laughing at a joke. These touches are always deeply respectful, yet they are charged with an undeniable, lingering warmth. Through this physical closeness, he is attempting to gauge your comfort level and build a deeper sensory intimacy. He is silently hoping his touch sparks a romantic spark within you, making you crave his presence and eventually choose him to be close to you always. 12. He consistently compliments your character, not just your looks. While he certainly notices your beauty, his praise goes much deeper than shallow, superficial compliments about your appearance. He will make a point to express admiration for your fierce work ethic, your boundless kindness, your unique sense of humor, or the sharp way your mind works. He tells you how much he respects your values and how your positive energy inspires him to be a better person. These meaningful compliments show that he is paying attention to the true essence of who you are as an individual. By validating your character and making you feel deeply understood, he distinguishes himself from other men who only see you on the surface. He wants you to know that he loves you for exactly who you are, hoping you will choose the man who truly values your soul. 13. He involves you in his future plans and conversations. When he speaks about the upcoming months or years, he naturally and effortlessly includes you in the picture. He will use the word we instead of I when discussing future events, concerts, or trips he wants to take, casually assuming you will be right there beside him. He might ask for your opinion on major life decisions, such as a career move or a new apartment, showing that your perspective heavily influences his path. This habit reveals that, in his mind, a future without you simply doesn't make sense. He is mentally building a life with you at the center and is testing the waters to see if you are willing to step into that future with him. By intertwining your timelines, he is hoping you will choose to make that shared future a permanent reality. 14. He is always the first to respond to your texts and calls. You never have to wait hours for a reply from him, nor do you ever have to double text to get his attention. The moment your name flashes on his phone screen, he drops what he is doing to answer, eager to talk to you. His text messages are always enthusiastic, detailed, and engaging, filled with questions that keep the conversation flowing naturally for hours. Even if he is genuinely busy with work or family, he will take a quick second to text you that he will call you right back, ensuring you never feel ignored. This incredible responsiveness shows that communicating with you is the absolute highlight of his day. He wants to prove his constant availability and reliability, demonstrating that he is the one person you can always count on to answer your call. 15. He creates opportunities for just the two of you to be alone. While he enjoys hanging out with you in large group settings, his main goal is always to isolate you from the crowd so he can have your undivided attention. He will suggest grabbing a quiet coffee after a group hang, invite you to check out a new spot that only you two would enjoy, or volunteer to drive you home just to get those extra minutes alone. In these private moments, his tone becomes softer, the conversation gets deeper, and he opens up in a way he never does around others. He deliberately orchestrates these intimate settings to build a private world that belongs strictly to the two of you. He is trying to show you how perfectly you fit together when the noise of the world is shut out, hoping you choose him.